Costa Rica dangers I have seen in Santa Teresa in Costa Rica. That's where I live, that's where I'm making my video today from my property. It's already night, but I was super inspired to share some new Costa Rica dangers that I've seen happening recently for the first time in Santa Teresa. It might benefit you if you have planned your trip to Costa Rica, or even if you're planning to move here. Just, be prepared. And I want to help you make your stay the best stay ever, because I personally love Costa Rica. Who am I? If you're new to my channel, well, hi, my name is Muriel, and I created my channel thanks to the many questions I received over time after moving here with Dirk, my husband, and our 2 children as in 2018. And we are super happy to live here. And I am just striving to share everything I have learned myself in order for others to benefit. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is an open invite. There's a little icon on the screen. You can tap it and then you can hit the bell so you receive a notification every time I upload a new video. And of course, that also helps me grow my channel, and it inspires me to make more content because I know more people are waiting for my new videos. And I'm also open for input. So if you have specific requests to make videos about, I'm happy to hear them. If you want to add information to my videos, I'm happy to read your comments below. And of course, if you leave your thumb up, I'm always thankful. So what do I have to share about Costa Rica dangers I've seen in Santa Teresa recently? Well, I couldn't believe my ears. So I have about 6 dangers. Some will be new, some will be also happening everywhere in Costa Rica, and other places in Costa Rica or other places in the world. It's not just specifically about Costa Rica. But the number one new thing, like almost like a crime, I'm not sure if this is a crime. You let me know in the comments below. I've seen in the Santa Teresa Facebook group messages of tourists who made their booking, who got a confirmation of a booking in a hotel or Airbnb, and then the moment they arrived, the accommodation said, sorry, we're overbooked. We cannot have you. We don't have your place available. We had overbooking. Now, guess what happened? And this is just what I hear, like on the streets, like rumors. Don't pin me on it, but that people are offering more money to the owners of these hotels or accommodations or Airbnbs and just buy others out. And there is really crazy prices of rent going on in Santa Teresa. It is a very touristic place. It is an amazing place. Santa Teresa is very crowded, and a lot of people are always visiting here because of its surf. But I think you can call this like a crime for tourists. There's people with kids who just like, after a long trip and they have no accommodation while they have the confirmation, then they say sorry. And I assure you right now in, at least in high season, in the months of end of November, December, January, February, it's always fully booked. So there you are basically on the streets, with your suitcases. So what can you do? What can you do? If you ask me, okay, Muriel, well, thanks for the tip. Suppose it happens to us. What would you do if it happens to you? I actually asked Dirk, what can I advise my viewers? What can they do to prevent or to, I'm not sure if you can prevent this. What I would do, definitely, I'm an online marketer. I make my living online. I have my laptop business. I use social media. I know how to reach a lot of people, not just how to grow a business or this is what I do for a living, right? I help business owners grow their business or help people make their living online by building up huge exposure online. I would literally make very, very clear negative testimonials about that place, because I think it's the responsibility of the place. You cannot do that to people, although it's an accident. In this case, there were so many of these cases. This is no coincidence. People with money are buying themselves in, and others are, on the streets away without having any accommodation. I think that's a crime. I would definitely write it everywhere where you can write or leave a testimonial about an accommodation that there has been an overbooking, so you had no accommodation, so more people can read that this is happening in that place. So, you know, or the owner of the accommodation is becoming more aware in the near future that they have to teach their staff how to prevent overbookings and stuff. And also just, you know, testimonials are read on Airbnb. It's one of the reasons why I book yes or no somewhere in accommodation. So, and honestly, I think it's always important to have enough cash, have a card with you, have like a backup stash of cash with you, to last minute rent something else that might be over your budget or not really what you want, but yeah, having reserve cash is always needed. So that's what I would definitely do, but definitely write negative testimonials and tell everyone. I would make videos about it, but you know, that's me. By the way, if you're curious what it is that I do online, how I'm making my living from Costa Rica, you can scroll down to the description below my videos to learn more about what it is that I do. But I don't want to go in that right now. That was just a little side note. But number 2, Costa Rica dangers that can really ruin your stay in Costa Rica. It's not really a danger that your life is in danger, but it's a danger for your budget, right? Is that really the ripping off prices of some taxi drivers. I am not stating that every taxi driver will rip you off in Santa Teresa. That's not my statement. There is many taxi drivers who are amazing, are amazingly honest, and will never do that to you. But there are some, unfortunately, like everywhere in the world, they're gonna ask like 10 times the normal price. Or they ask the price, you know, there's a colones, that's the local currency, and there's dollars. And they just ask an exponential high price for a little part of from going from A to B. Now you must know this, that taxis are quite expensive in Santa Teresa compared to other locations in Costa Rica because of the bad states of the road. So, you know, the maintenance of the cars, the prices are way higher, and they have to calculate that back into the prices for taking people in their cars, right? So, but just always, I would just use the Santa Teresa Facebook group and just ask, hey, I want to go from there to there. What is an accepted price to pay for a general taxi? The taxis here overall, some have meters, most don't. But there are honest taxi drivers. But if they are assured that you know what's normal to pay, they cannot rip you off. So that danger is just bulldozered away. So prepare yourself, knowing a little bit more about normal price to pay to a taxi driver. And you can use the WhatsApp Santa Teresa group, the What's on Santa Teresa group for that. If I was you, that's what I would do. Number 3, dangers, Costa Rica dangers, especially in Santa Teresa. What I've seen over the years, even when I was a tourist myself, it is the dangerous roads. You know, it's also the reason why the taxi drivers have to ask more money, why the normal price for taxis is way higher than in San Jose, I think even 10 times higher, because of the dangerous roads. Now, if you are here in Santa Teresa and you think, wow, it's so cool, everyone is on bikinis, on quads with surfboards, like if you're going that way, people are holding their surfboards like this. Well, you can imagine what can happen if you just hit someone who was walking here, you know, or when you hit something there and you're just flipping off your propellered off your quad, or launched off your quad. The roads are super dangerous. What I see here in traffic in Santa Teresa and around is that people are on their phones, on motorbikes. They were just passing people. Well, they're just taking a curve with their families on their motos without wearing helmets, and they're messaging on WhatsApp. Like, are you freaking crazy or what? But it's happening here every single day. And I'm not guilty, I assure you. I am wearing a helmet, and I really want you to promise me in the replies below that you're gonna wear a helmet if you're using an ADV/quad or a motorbike here, and that you are never using your WhatsApp or whatever when you're driving. Please don't. And please be mindful when you're driving. The road today can be good condition, tomorrow it can be crappy because something happened on the road and there's a big hole now. So if you don't pay attention, you can fall in a gutter, you can fall in a river that's like 20 meters down, and people die every single day in Costa Rica. And I don't want to frighten you, I just want to create mindfulness that if you're driving on the roads of Santa Teresa or on other roads in Costa Rica that are not paved or there's no concrete on it, and even if there is, we have jungle, there's monkeys sometimes, people are distracted, there is animals, dogs, people, the infrastructure is not quite well in Santa Teresa, according to the number of people that's trespassing here or driving here around. So mindfulness in traffic on the roads is super important. And one of the biggest Costa Rica dangers I've seen happening here in Santa Teresa is that people are just driving like lunatics here without helmets, making it like a race. And there is a lot of tourists die, but not just tourists, also locals who live here, because of the crazy driving behavior of others. So you don't want to be part of it. I want to warn you, be mindful, and I hope that my tip can benefit you to prevent accidents. Also, Santa Teresa is a party town. Also here, although there's not so much controls, but don't drive when you have drinking alcohol or whatever that you did that's, making you blurry, so to say. So, another Costa Rica danger I've seen here in Santa Teresa is really every time again, I think like, how can you be so stupid? We are close to the equator, but like fully red burned people. The sun is super dangerous here. Why do you think? And if you pay attention, if you're driving here and you see workers working at the side of the road, or people are doing gardens and stuff, they are wearing caps with neck protection so their skin cannot be touched by the sun, and they are wearing sleeves because there's t-shirts and then you have like separate sleeves to put over your arms or legs whatsoever to protect yourself from the sun, because the sun is super strong and there's lots of skin cancer because of the strength of the sun. So please prepare yourself. Don't be all day in the full sun. I know it's hard when you love to surf and come to Santa Teresa to surf, but there's also something like a sunblock, and you can just surf a couple of hours and don't do a full day, especially not when you just arrived. Don't burn that way, please, because it causes and also especially for young children, it causes so much skin damage that the kid's gonna have to pay with their health later on in life, right? I just want to I'm a parent, I want to make you mindful about that. So that was danger number 4. Danger number 5 is, this is not just a Costa Rica danger or just a Santa Teresa danger that I've seen happening or heard that it really, strange things are happening. Like people are drugged. I know someone who was drugged. It was an adult. It was not even a teenager or a traveler, but someone put something in her drink and she woke up like at the side of the road, not knowing who she was, where she was. And, just use your imagination. What can happen if you do not pay attention? If you're going out, fun. Santa Teresa, there's lots of fun. There's a cool nightlife here in Santa Teresa and also in other places in Costa Rica, of course. But I learned that when I was going out when I was younger. My mom always said, just keep your drink in your hand. And what my daughter does, she just buys like a Coca-Cola bottle like this and she fills it up herself or keeps it with her with the, closed, and she can keep it in her pocket. And when she's dancing and not drinking, she just closes it and don't put it down, or just always pays attention to what she's drinking or eating when she's going out and doesn't trust any stranger that way. I want you to be aware of it because unfortunately there have been cases that people were drugged and didn't know what happened, and anything can happen. Like you can be robbed, and you can be robbed and raped, you can be robbed, raped and killed or whatsoever. Unfortunately there had been a case like that couple of years ago here, a Mexican girl. Terrible. But it's not just about Costa Rica. It's just what happens in big cities, and also in little beach towns elsewhere. And the number 6 to close this video with, Costa Rica dangers I've seen happening here in Santa Teresa, is to be at the beach at night, where unfortunately, so there's a couple of scenarios what can happen. In some cases I've heard that people were attacked by dogs. There is, especially lately, there's more. It has always been a struggle to bring down the amount of stray dogs or dogs who are packing together. I noticed from India, and other countries, Thailand, where dogs are not taken care of and not fixed whatsoever, and they're reproducing each other, and there's big packs who are attacking people who are by themselves or who cannot protect themselves against their amount, and they're hunting for food. It's terrible. But so yeah, I've heard people being attacked by dogs on the beach at night, but also at daytime. So I don't want to frighten you, but just make you mindful of that. Well, what can you do, right? What I would do if a strange dog approached me who looks really aggressive, always have a stone in your bag or in your hand, or when you feel the threat, like, have something to throw with. I see that being effective. I did hikes, a specific time after my move. I lived in a nice area where I could hike from my house, and I was trespassing some roads where, although also other people's dogs just jumped on the roads because I was trespassing, and not that they wanted to bite me. This, or more or less like, hey, this is my property, what are you doing here? But I always had stones in my hand, and not to really throw on the dog in that cases, but just to know that you can protect yourself and to scare them away. That overall helps. But having some stones to protect yourself. But overall, don't go hiking or walking over the beach at night by yourself. Overall, in Costa Rica, I would not do it. In the Netherlands, I will not do it in Costa Rica, unless it's a beach place, restaurant where there's lights, where it's, where there's people close and you're not all by yourself. What can happen? Well, use your imagination. You can be robbed, you can be, attacked by dogs. Unfortunately, what I said before, there has been a case, a girl was raped and killed on the beach. She was on the beach by herself at night. It's terrible that your freedom is limited that way, but just, fact is fact, and I want to help you prevent those situations. So yeah, I hope that you can benefit from my video. Again, this is not an anti-Costa Rica video. I love Costa Rica. I love to live here. I love to invite you to come have your vacations and your travel here. But I want to wake you up if you're planning on a trip to Costa Rica and you want to know what's the Costa Rica dangers. It's being naive with taxi drivers and with traffic, not wearing helmets, drinking alcohol while driving, is not paying attention to your drinks on parties. Some bad type of person can throw something in there. The sun is, of course, don't underestimate the damage that the sun can do for further in life for you or your kids. And the overbooking thing, that's weird, but I want you to know and just be mindful of it. Don't just not come to Costa Rica that way. And of course, all the other things that I mentioned. I hope that you can benefit. I want the best for you, and I'm looking forward to reading your replies. If there's anything that I forgot to mention, let me know in the comments below, for others to learn from your experiences, or there's always something that I forget. And again, if you haven't subscribed, you can do that so you get a notification when I upload a new video. And I know that there's a lot of people thinking about moving to Costa Rica, but their job or their location stuck business is keeping them where they are. And I am an online coach, business coach. I work online fully without having a job since 2015, and I teach people from all over the world for many years with my husband. I have my own coaching program. I made digital courses. I created a book, 7 Steps to Move to Costa Rica. So if you want practical tips, there's all information. There's a world of information in the description below my video. So go ahead, be curious and learn more. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.